Religious leaders continue to call for political tolerance and sobriety in the country amidst anti-government protests. Leaders drawn from SUPKEM, KCCB, and CCK and other religious formations have asked President William Ruto and opposition leader Raila Odinga to reconsider the hardline positions they have adopted and offer solutions to the challenges facing Kenyans. Emily Chebet reports.
The recent anti-government demonstrations continue to draw attention of religious organizations, with deaths, injuries, vandalism and arrests becoming a common occurrence. Religious leaders have maintained their call for a national dialogue to de-escalate tension that has built up over the last few weeks, saying the solution to the protests is a genuine conversation among leaders.
Since the beginning of this year, the country has been plunged in a state of tension, violence, and political dispute that has split the country. It is very worrying that during the demonstrations witnessed since the beginning of July, we have documented 27 persons shot dead by police.
Let us all remember that the solution to the financial crisis and devastation of poverty we are experiencing is not solved by violence, but rather through people-focused governance and devoid of corruption and impunity.
The religious leaders want political leaders to soften their hard stance and have a national dialogue to solve the political and economic row that has the country in a chokehold that they say may well end in destruction. According to the leaders, the law must be followed during any protest, and that is by both the security agencies and the protesters.
We appeal for a resumption of bipartisan talks with a single agenda of facilitating the reconstituting of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC. We affirm the country is currently in a very precarious position that can lead to an existential crisis should elections be required without a proper constituted commission in place. Further, there remains only 10 months to the cardinal process of review of boundaries of electoral units.
We are in a delicate situation that requires careful consideration of the action of each of us. Let us exercise restraint in every situation so that we redeem our nation from the dangers.
The cycle of pre-post and election crisis we have witnessed over the decades is a reflection of a failure by political leaders to choose dialogue to address their disputes and disagreements.
The religious leaders also joined the civil society in condemning the excessive use of force by police during demonstrations, even as they asked protesters to follow the law during picketing. Emily Chebet, Citizen TV, Nairobi.